Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Make sure to hit that like button, comment below, and subscribe if you're new. I greatly appreciate it. But in today's video, the topic that I want to talk to you guys about is how you will experience flatlines. And in this video, I want to talk about, what are flatlines and things that you could do to overcome it. All right. So, if you guys don't know what a flatline is, it's basically like a low point in your journey. All right. Let's say that you just started retaining, right? You're starting to get that energy, you're starting to get like all these benefits, right? That's great. But there comes a point in your journey, guys, where you have like just a random moment, or not moment, but just like random days of just like the complete opposite of like benefits. There are some days where you could be on SR and you could be feeling like shiz, you know what I'm saying? Uh, and the reason for that, man, like what a flatline basically is your mind rewiring itself. Okay, that's essentially what it is, bro. It's your mind basically unplugging and rebooting for like a new version of yourself. It's crazy, bro. Like our minds are like computers, you know? And a flatline, the way that I see it, is kind of like a reset in your mind. It's just um, a rebalancing, because let's say that you've been doing something for years and years, man. You've been getting dopamine through different sources like, corn, right? Or alcohol or weed, whatever, or like social media, or just like cheap dopamines, right? Like stuff that is just like bombarding your mind, okay? Um, what a flatline basically is, it's kind of like a withdrawal, you know? It's kind of like a withdrawal, like your mind, it's not getting that dopamine hit from the thing that you cut off anymore. Like back then, your source of dopamine was probably, certain things, right? I talk about SR a lot, so, lust is one of those things. Like your source of dopamine was, that lust. Um, so when you stop doing that, guys, like when you get on SR, yes, you could feel the benefits, you could feel, like all these things that come with this practice, but at the same time, a flatline is basically like your mind just trying to like rebalance itself. Okay, like I said, your mind is no longer getting that quick dopamine hit from the hub, or lust in general, or just these other vices, man. So it's gonna feel low. Your mind is just sometimes there'll be some days where, bro, like this journey is just all about like it's like a roller coaster of just highs and lows, man. You will come to realize this, bro. But it's like one day you be like high on life, man. You be feeling like you're high on life, bro. You're high on your own supply. You know what I'm saying? You just be feeling like so alive on this journey, man. And then other days you will hit like a flat line, and then you will feel like the complete opposite, bro. Just low mood, no motivation, just like, yeah, man, you just feel like dull, okay? Even if you're retaining, man, even if you're still doing the same things that you were doing, bro, but you have to keep in mind that it fluctuates, okay? So, the benefits and the flat lines, they come in waves. Everything in this journey comes in waves, and the severity of the flat lines and the benefits, it all depends on, each individual person and how long they were, you know, doing these vices, right? Like if you were doing certain things for like years and years and years, man, it's gonna take some time of recalibration in your mind, and rebooting, and like all this stuff, bro. Like all this neurological stuff, all this like chemical stuff, like in your brain. It's a rebalancing, man. Like a flatline is basically, your mind restarting itself, okay? And it's like, and in the process of that happening, it's like you're creating like a new life, right? From your old life. So you're constantly plugging, like you're constantly like unplugging yourself, man, like mentally, right? It's like you're just constantly, rebooting, you know, and like this journey is all about like trusting the process, man. It really is, bro. It's like you can't expect to, you know, see like results like right away, bro. Like you have to be patient with yourself. Okay, like great things, they take time, and SR is all about like delayed gratification, because not every day is gonna be like high vibrational. Like I said, you'll have these low days where it's just your mind just rebalancing itself, man. And that's something that's probably like one of the most difficult things that you're gonna have to overcome within yourself, is when you have like these flat lines, bro, but you're on retention still, right? So the dangerous thing about these flat lines, or these low points in your journey, is that it will, like, there's more chances of you, you know, relapsing because you feel bad, but not knowing that like it's gonna pass, bro. You know what I'm saying? So don't let like a flat line, don't let like a momentary feeling, or if you feel low for a day or two, don't let that, make you go backwards, right? That's basically what I'm trying to say, is like, don't let these flat lines make you go backwards on your path, because it's like a never ending cycle, man. Excuse me. It's a never ending cycle. As long as you keep relapsing, man, every time you feel low, you're always going to be in the same exact spot. But the thing about these flat lines is you have to have faith, and you have to trust the process. And usually, after like a couple of days where you feel like low in your mood, bro, the next days after that, bro, you're gonna feel high on life again, right? That's what I'm saying, bro. Like this path, it, everything just comes in waves. The benefits, the withdrawals, like the flat lines, the highs, the lows. But that's just like life in general too, man. You could use that as an example for like life. Like not every single day is gonna be like the best day ever, and then you have some days where it's just like just low energy, low mood, but like you just gotta keep moving forward at the end of the day, right? So you don't want to be stuck in like these things, man. Like I said, bro, SR is basically like a leap of faith, within yourself, because you already know like how transformational this journey is, bro. Like especially like when you're being disciplined for a long period of time, when you're on these long streaks, like you just see how everything just like unfolds, bro. Like everything just feels like how it's supposed to be, man. Like everything just feels in alignment, right? So yeah, man, just don't let flat lines make you go backwards on your journey. You know, um, like I said, it's a very momentary thing. It's just your mind just rebooting. It's your mind, um, it's just rebalancing itself. So some things that you could do is just change up your lifestyle, man. In the process of the benefits and the flat lines, bro, you just want to still, remain disciplined, but still like live a good lifestyle, man. Because it isn't simply like retaining, bro. You gotta do things that make you feel good, things that are gonna give you that natural dopamine, right? Like if you're just experiencing like a flat line, like the last thing that you want to do is just, um, do stuff that is gonna make you feel even worse. Like doom scrolling, and like other stuff, bro, like drinking, and things that are just gonna put you deeper into like a pit, right? So that's what I'm saying, guys. Like, if you want to be successful on SR, man, you have to change your lifestyle, okay? And you have to be like healthier, man. You gotta have like these healthy habits in your life, okay? Exercising, cold showers, right? Spending time outside in the sun, in nature, um, eating healthier, man. Staying away from all that processed crap, you know, eating clean, um, limiting, phone like screen time and stuff like that. Basically, living more natural is gonna make you feel good and it's gonna help you overcome these flat lines in the long run, right? So that's something that could help you guys with, with flat lines, is making sure your lifestyle is like healthier, not eating just junk food and just doom scrolling and like watching TV and doing all these things that are just gonna make you feel like worse. It's not gonna help you at all, man. You gotta get in alignment with your higher self. You know, so I think that's pretty much it, man. I just wanted to talk about that real quick. Is flat lines will they will come once in a while, but don't let that be a reason to relapse, man, because it's like a never ending cycle, man. You just gotta push through it. Okay, you just gotta push through it, and like I said, it's a healing process. Like, this journey is very healing, man. So you gotta just endure through the bad times, man, so you could enjoy like the good times even more, right? So I think that's pretty much it, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think about this. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a good one, and I'm out. Peace.